Hello guys, this is just a friendly reminder and warning by the Digression Session guys here at Bleeped Up Productions. We're putting this out on YouTube, so it might get YouTube copyright striked because of some of the videos or maybe the music we use in these episodes. If you want to have the opportunity to listen to all the audio uninterrupted, you can go to our Podbean link in the description of this video. But obviously, if it doesn't get copyrighted strikes, you can watch it and see all the glory that is on YouTube. But if it does get striked, some stuff might have to get cut out. But for the whole uncensored amazingness, which is the music or the videos or even the clips we put in, head down to the Podbean link in the description. And without further ado, let's get straight into this podcast. Okay, guys, welcome to another episode of Digression Session. This is episode 9, Hot Shots. And I honestly don't know what we're going to be doing. Ben and me are in the cold. Dan is bringing this topic to us. So yes,
heat.
He is bringing the heat or the cold. Yeah, he's bringing, I would say, a piss missile at us because we don't know what is going to happen with this cast. So obviously I've got Ben across from me, myself, Lee, and Dan. I can't call you the main man because we're the three-headed hydra of this podcast.
We are.
So, Dan, what is Hot Shots and what is this all about?
So when we originally spoke about doing this cast, we actually envisioned something different to what it's become.
Okay.
So we discussed the fact that when we're gaming, when we're disc golfing, whenever we're together, we have the most random conversations and we could talk about anything and make it interesting. So the idea was the three of us would get together and have these random conversations.
Okay.
And what Digression Session actually turned into is a bit more of a planned, formulaic, let's talk about movies, let's talk about gladiators and
let's talk about certain topics,
Simpsons and whatnot.
Okay.
So we never actually captured the idea of what Digression Session was really going to be about.
Okay.
And that's not a bad thing, because if we did every episode like this,
it probably wouldn't be that good.
You know what? I don't know.
We're
I think
doing
it'd be
research and it'd just be us thinking that we're funny.
And it'll be a limited run series.
Yeah. So I figure every 9th episode, we're not doing every 10th episode to end the season.
Yep.
So for every 9th episode, we're going to do a session a bit like this.
Okay.
How it was planned to be in the first place.
Wow, okay. I like it. So what shenanigans? I'm excited.
So we don't get stuck on one subject either. There's going to be a little rule to this game.
Oh, okay. Have we got a timer?
Yeah, I'm going to set a timer.
Oh.
If we hit 10 minutes talking about the same subject, we're going to stop exactly on that 10 minutes. We're going to take something random from the last sentence that was said and roll with that.
Okay.
So to start this, I thought we'd go with the last thing I thought about before we started the cast.
Okay.
Now, I was listening to a bit of music in the car.
Okay.
And we can go with that, or we can go with the nose thing that I was brought up right before the cast started.
I'm down for whatever. I feel like this is going to be
I need to see where this nose thing's going.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah, I'm in on this nose.
So let's start this timer then.
Okay.
Right. So you can always see your nose. Right.
Yes.
I've only just become aware of this fact.
So basically, your brain has learnt the fact that your nose gets in your way of the vision. So
right.
Therefore, it does its magic trick. Do you know what? You see everything upside down.
Okay. What?
Yeah, do you not know that?
No. What? No.
Yeah, you see everything upside down.
But then
and then your brain goes, that's the wrong way around.
Wait a minute, I'm inverted.
Yeah.
Am I constantly got inverted controls
Constantly
on?
inverted, and then your brain just goes, nah, that's not good.
That's wrong.
What? Oh, my mind's been officially blown. Top Gun lied to me.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise lied to me. He can't fly inverted. He's flying normally then.
Yeah, so much like that, you can always see your nose, but your brain is clever enough to go, well, I don't really want to keep seeing the end of my fucking nose, so I'll just block it out. So
right.
You know, unless you look at your nose.
Yeah, like you go across. Yeah, okay. That's a mad fact.
But you can always see it. But because the microphone's particularly close to me today, I thought, I wonder how long I have to stare in this position before my brain
removes the microphone.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
I reckon it'd be months.
You think?
I reckon it'd take some time.
I think maybe.
It's a lot bigger than your nose, isn't it? Let's be honest.
I always make the joke of Futurama that these microphones look like robot penises because every microphone looks like a robot penis to me now because of Bender from Futurama in that clip. So like when everyone's like, "Oh, talking to the microphone," I'm like, "Robot penis," and then they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Never mind." If you don't get the reference, I'm not gonna bother explaining it to you. It's kind of like you when you said a few episodes back, Dan, when you were always like, "And who do you love?" to quote Running Man, and people at your work are like, "What?
What?
I'm like, oh, mate.
Who loves you?
And who do you love?
And people just thought I was being a cocky arsehole.
Yeah. No, you're just generally being a nice game show host, when I went back and watched that happens in the year 2005.
Yeah.
That's insane. That happened we missed the whole, issue, and we've missed it with Running Man.
Fucked it up.
It's true. Well, in a couple of years, there's going to be some like Terminator things happening, and I'm like, that's not happened yet. That's that
Still
year.
Time.
It's true. Well, 2005 was also like the first ever animated Transformers movie as well. When they said, "Oh, it's the year 2005," and I was like, "Yeah, there's no robots
Not that we know of.
that we know of yet." Yeah, because they're in disguise. So that makes sense. But yeah, I'm still blown away by this nose thing. I can't. Nose inverted.
Yeah, I was going to say, what blows you away more? The fact that you see everything upside down?
I think you see everything upside down.
But imagine what that's like for a baby, right? Because obviously the brain doesn't do that automatically. It does it very quickly, but
Right.
it's not an automatic thing. So you've already got a trauma of being ripped out of the womb. And
Do you think that's why they're crying so much? Because they're trying to get their...
Fuck, I'm upside down.
Yeah, they're going through the tutorial level on a video game where it's like, make sure you turn your controllers right. Because that's basically them. Because I always think babies are like drunk people. They're always crying. They want food. They're always throwing up. They're mumbling. They don't know what they're saying. They're just like mini drunk
Can't
people.
support their own head.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good argument.
It is. Their babies are drunk people. But now I feel like they're seeing the whole world upside down and everything. Like until they get their settings right, they're just in constant anger and pain. Makes sense now.
Mate, the skull ain't even fully formed when they're born. There's a big bit in their skull that's like there's a dent.
Yeah, but then also they could take tumbles like from a certain age and they don't feel anything because their pain receptors haven't like connected yet.
But
or
human
something.
babies, useless. Useless. You compare it to any other baby in the animal kingdom,
Yeah, true.
they're fucking useless. It's true.
What do you think the best animal baby is? Or the most useful animal baby, should we say?
Oh,
Good question.
I think it's got to be a cub of something, right?
Yeah, it's gonna
Like
be
a bear cub would be pretty badass. They can do some stuff.
Yeah, anything that just gets up. And what about like a baby cow? They get up, they start walking around straight away.
That's true, actually. Watching a lot of
Yeah.
Clarkson's Farm, like seeing how they just seem to just be they're born and all of a sudden
I'm not
they're
sure
all
how
right. It's
useful
crazy.
they are, but
They're
they're literally up and going immediately.
I don't know. I think their usefulness comes further down the line if you're a meat eater or you like dairy products, right? Cows. So I would say calf probably might be the best thing. Obviously, if you're vegan and listening.
Dogs,
to this,
their
sorry.
eyes don't open, so they're not very useful.
No.
Yeah. Kittens aren't
Cats are
that
the
great.
same.
Yeah, cats aren't that
Still
great.
more useful than humans, because they can
Probably.
at least, Actually, I don't know.
Actually,
This is a tough question. Probably cows.
probably cows. Just because of the beef burgers, I would say.
Because I imagine tigers' eyes don't open straight away, because they're just
Yeah.
big cats.
I think it's probably a monkey. Monkeys
They're pretty
probably
useless.
Monkeys probably adapt very quickly.
No, they stay with their mum for a bit, don't they? They just attach.
Actually, don't
Oh, yeah.
don't mums do that as well? Yeah, because even if I think back, even cubs do that as well. Like bear cubs always hang out with their mum quite a bit. Their mum's not too far away, so
Obviously, the cows need their mum, but
they just
they
want-
move about.
We're just summing up that kids are fucking useless and dependent. They should get their
Basically,
act- they
yeah.
should get
I would
their
say
act
that in a
together.
nutshell. Yeah,
They are, but
they're drunk people.
babies are completely and utterly useless.
They're a
They
joy.
can't look after themselves.
later
They're
on in
great,
life.
obviously.
They're obviously great.
But they
Disclaimer:
can't
they
look-
are amazing.
They
This is just
cannot
for the
look
thing.
after themselves.
Yeah, they can't. Unlike
If you
other
compare
things.
them to anything in a lot of things in the animal kingdom, they're right down the bottom.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, speaking of babies, we can't even speak about it because Dan hasn't got to the point yet.
No,
No.
But you have watched season 1 of The Boys.
Yeah.
What were you thinking of The Boys so far?
Well,
Because I'm intrigued to get your thing as a guy who's read the comics and as well loves the TV
So-
series.
interesting story about the boys.
Okay, here we go.
So obviously everyone's always said to me, "Oh, watch the boys, it's great. Watch the boys, it's great." And I don't really get time to watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a busy man.
Okay.
So the lad's been on at me. Let's watch the boys together.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
I'm like, okay, you know, we finished watching. I can't remember what I was watching before. Watching one of them horror series on Netflix. So I quite like the House on Haunted Hill. So we watched
okay.
So we watched the next one along. It wasn't as good. Yeah, started watching the boys. First couple of episodes, I was on the phone to Ben, talking to everybody that I know that likes it, saying it's so well written. Like, I'm glad I've been convinced to watch it. Really, really well written.
Mm-hmm.
Get to about episode 4, and I'm watching the credits. It's written by Eric Kripke. And I'm like, hold on a second. So my favourite TV show in the world is Supernatural, written by Eric Kripke. And I'm like, so why didn't no one just say this to me?
It's because I honestly think, like, you like shows. I feel like that's when it comes down to, like, TV, like, you're passionate about your TV. Like, you like shows, but some people are like, I like this show because of this writer or this director or, like, whatever. And, like, and people can really break down into films about that, can't they? About, like, I like this guy's body of work. So, like, I don't know, let's take Quentin Tarantino, because everyone knows his films, but he also wrote other movies like True Romance and, you know, Dusk Till Dawn and stuff like that. People might not even know that.
But what I like about Kripke is character development.
Yeah.
None of the characters ever fall
fair.
flat. They all feel well thought out. They have backstory.
Mm-hmm.
There's a show called Timeless. Not my cup of tea. I actually like time travel shows normally, but this one ain't my cup of tea. My daughter's favourite TV programme.
It's Timeless.
Yeah. And he wrote that as well. But the one thing I can say about that is that the characters were well developed.
But the show wasn't great.
For me, it wasn't great.
Okay.
They jumped around in time and messed about with things that happened. Like
like a shit Quantum Leap.
Yeah.
Quantum Leap. That's Quantum Leap or Back to the Future is like, that's where time travel's at.
Am I retarded?
I'm retarded?
It's the fact that he becomes a pool hustle shark at one point, and he's like, I just know trigonometry, and he does trigonometry things just to get all the balls in. Everyone's like, man, you're really good. And he's like, I know trigonometry, and they're like, what's that? And he's like, oh, sorry. But yeah, that clip of that.
So if you had a choice, here we go.
I will. I'll put it in.
Here's the question.
Okay.
Right. You could only ever watch one of the two again.
Ooh.
Quantum Leap or Back to the Future.
All right, Back to the Future. I say that very quickly because obviously Quantum Leap went on for a very long time, but then Back to the Future is timeless. I can always watch it, and
There's only 3, and you can only ever watch one.
Oh, what? Only one?
No, you can only ever watch
the body of work
set. So you'd just be watching this 3
Back to the Future movies
over and over and over again,
or
Quantum Leap.
What about 5 million episodes?
I'm taking Quantum Leap.
Yeah, because you'll have a bit of... It'll be like Buffy. It starts off a bit... meh, and then get really good. So... Yeah, okay. Yeah, but Back to the Future, like... It's Back to the Future.
Yeah,
But Quantum Leap... Oh, that's a good argument. Time travel movies. Yeah.
No
Oh,
one plays it.
I'm going to say Quantum Leap because I really enjoyed Quantum Leap as a kid.
It's just the fact that he dresses up like and does everything, doesn't he? He plays like boys, girls, old people. Like, he does everything. It's crazy. It's amazing. And isn't the whole point of him trying to get home? Yeah. Or is it just like because he's lost in time and he's trying to get back?
He's trying to get back home.
Does he ever get back home?
Not as far as I know.
He's just still going. He's still stuck in other people's bodies. Then I guess now, if it was a real life,
bouncing around, being like church ladies and shit.
Down syndrome boys.
Down syndrome boys.
So
poor hustlers.
Here we go then, Lee.
Okay.
If we just want to go Back to the Future.
Okay.
If you can only ever watch one of the 3 movies again.
Oh, Back to the Future?
Yeah.
2. Because it's a cop-out. Because technically, you see Back to the Future Part 1. So it's 2 movies in one.
Fair argument.
It is. You don't get... Or you get the best kind of bits in Back to the Future one. You don't get, like, the hilarious one-liners like, I didn't know your name was Calvin Klein. Like, because of your name was on your underpants and shit like that. But, like, Yeah, you get the best bits in like 2. Like, yeah, you get the best bits of 1 in 2. Yeah, I just don't like 3. I don't. Yeah, so it'll definitely be 2.
I like 3.
3's all right.
Okay,
It
let's
will
go
be the
down
one
that
I
rabbit hole.
picked, but I like 3.
It's not bad,
I think 3 gets a lot of shit. But
It does.
doesn't deserve it.
but I feel like it suffers from the trilogy syndrome because 1 was really good and 2 was really good and 3 was it suffers from trilogy syndrome. Just didn't hit the mark.
The fact that it's 3 you spoke about in 1 lets me know
Yeah.
that it was always planned out, and as long as it's always planned out, doesn't matter if it's not as good as the other 2. It was
It's
the
true.
plan.
It wasn't
It's
like
planned.
they just fit it in.
Yeah.
It's just how everything kind of was synced as well, wasn't it? As well, like frisbees and stuff like that. It's just brilliant. Like, it's so
Well,
good.
1 would be my choice.
1, fair play. 1's a good point. One's good. You can't argue with that.
That's just OG, ain't it?
It is. It's such a good film.
It's not overcomplicated. I like to, but it becomes a bit overcomplicated, and there's things that start to not make any sense because they've gone backwards and forwards.
Yeah,
and
too many times. Fair.
Yeah.
I just like seeing like the alternative timelines of if this would happen, and then the original timeline and all this other stuff. I just like that hilariousness, like Biff's Mad Land, and like a land where like Marty is literally would have never met his dad and all this other stuff. Like, it's just cool. It's just really cool. Different what ifs.
What will you go with, Nev?
Quantum Leap.
Oh, I meant no. If you had to pick one of the three Back to the Futures.
3.
3.
Ooh, okay.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Just Cowboys.
Gotta love some Cowboys, and that John Wayne shit at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is the number one thing in Back to the Future that does not make any sense? And I'll tell you the answer, but I want to know what if I've just asked you off the top of your head.
Is it what the whole series or just the first film?
Any of the 3 series, what's the one thing that sticks out to you that makes no sense whatsoever?
Okay, there's like 2. One is like in the future, self-lacing laces. Never really understood that. Like, that's just lazy. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But the real,
that exists and something that if I could afford to buy, I would buy.
but it isn't as cool as it is in Back to the Future or the self-drying jacket. I don't get that.
You're
Like,
not busy enough, Lee. I ain't got time
Probably
to tie
not
my
then.
laces.
Probably not.
I would take one of those self-drying jackets.
Oh yeah, all day.
I would say then, if I was going serious, it was how he got the uranium off the what was it? Because I'm going to get the country wrong. Because he gets it from
Iran.
Iran, I'm sure it's Iran.
Is it Iran? Enter the clip here.
Oh my God. They found me. I don't know how, but they found me. Run for it, Marty! Who? Who do you think? The Libyans! Look at my left! Holy shit!
Because it is it's a country, and you're just like, really? That's okay. And it's just glossed over so quickly. Because then when Marty brings it up, did you rip him off? And he's like, so yeah, I'd say that. How he casually got a hold of nuclear materials. Because they told him to build a bomb, and he ended up building a time machine instead. That would be mine. Like,
Yeah, that makes pretty much no sense. But
No.
I think I've still got your beat.
Okay.
Ben?
I don't know. I don't remember them that good.
I'm literally going to Google this while you do your thing.
I cannot remember a detail that makes me go. The biggest issue is why have we got hoverboards?
True.
That's true.
We're 9 years past when we're supposed to have them.
Where the fuck are
Where
they?
the fuck are they?
I'm literally writing this down. This
So-
is going to ruin me or put me on a terrorist watch. Back to the Future.
Iranian bomb.
Uranium. Plutonium. Quote. No, that's C. Emmett Brown, the famous line from Back to the Future. I hate him. No, okay. You keep going. I'm just going to literally keep looking this up while
So the
you're doing
bit that
this.
makes no sense whatsoever. All right. Back to the Future 1.
Okay.
Biff tries to rape his mum. Right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So that's an established fact. Right? When Marty travels back to the future, established fact.
Libya.
Right?
Libyan terrorists. Just
Sorry-
sorry, I just want to
sorry,
do
Iran.
that. Sorry, Iran.
Sorry, Iran. You get bad beef.
You get bad beef. It was the Libyans. Go for it.
So
Okay.
Biff tries to rape his mum, right?
Yeah. This is at the dance, isn't it? Right?
Yep. And then George comes up, punches him in the face.
Yep.
Right. So that's a chronicle. That's like a
That's a
fact.
heroic, like, hit. Yeah.
but
like,
that's a fact. The fact
That's
that
Yeah.
set
Biff,
in the
that's
timeline.
set in the
Yeah.
timeline that Biff
Yeah.
tried to rape his mum.
yeah.
So Marty travels Back to the Future, gets home, and his dad's like, remember that bloke who tried to rape your mum? He's my fucking car washer, mate.
Oh yeah, forget about that.
He fucking hires the bloke who tried to rape his wife.
That is mental.
It makes no sense.
Was the intention that he was gonna like rape her, or was it just the fact that he was?
Oh no, he was gonna rape her.
Oh, okay, God, Biff. And Biff is not a nice guy now in my eyes. I thought he was just gonna have a bit of a mess around, but I didn't think it was that. Wow, that's a very dark part of the movie if you think about it. Like, even if Marty didn't get, wow, that just took a really dark turn. Steve Spielberg.
The darkest part of the movie is the fact that before Biff actually tries to rape her, the plan is that Marty is going to pretend to rape her.
yeah, that is a thing.
Marty
this is like
thinks,
shit.
There's lots of options there. The one I think is going to work the best.
No way. Wait a minute. This is ruining Steven Spielberg movies for me.
Force myself on my own mum.
On my own mum.
This is ruined Back to the Future, and you've already ruined Jurassic Park for me. So I'm trying to figure out what other movies.
Oh, what other movies can I ruin? Oh,
mate, the Jurassic Park one broke my mind. That was pretty funny. But yeah, I can't look at Back to the Future in the same light now, knowing that. That's a bit weird.
no, there's lots
That
of weird
is
shit.
mad.
Also, not a great plan.
Not a great plan. Yeah, actually, that is insane.
Beginner tip, normally from a other podcast, but ever find yourself in the past trying to save your future?
From your mum, don't think about doing the dirty on your mum. Yeah, that doesn't work out well.
That's a bad plan.
That is a very bad plan. He even explains it to his dad, doesn't he, George? And he goes like, I'm not going to do anything. It's going to look like I'm going to... Mate, that's mad. That's actually worse.
Look like I'm
That's
raping
worse.
my mum.
That is actually worse than Libyan terrorists. That's true.
There's so many times
Disclosure.
we have to
This
say,
is the
raping your
movie.
mum.
Yeah. This is all about the film. Just a disclosure for anyone who's just chiming in randomly at this point. But yeah,
And it's facts.
that's insane. Who thought that was a smart idea in a script?
In a PG film.
In a PG film. Well, isn't it a 12 now? Or is it PG? Holy cow, if it's PG, that's mad.
12 is not actually 12 either. 12
No.
is 12A. Like, it's advised that you're 12. 15
Gosh.
is 15, but 12 is actually, look into it, it's just advised that 12-year-olds are there.
Gosh, that's mad. Yeah, that's yeah, that's not really a smart plan, Marty. Yeah,
That's pretty bad.
that is a pretty bad son to his mum. Shit, I'm never going to look at Back to the Future the same again now.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
Hi there, guys. Lee here from this lovely podcast. Are you enjoying the episode? If you are, please leave a like. A like is much appreciated. If you're listening to it on Podbean, give us a follow and comment below. That'd be awesome. If you're watching it on YouTube, why not feel like subscribing and, giving us a like or commenting below your thoughts on the episode so far or some of the topics we bring up. And also, why not even hit that notification bell to get all the notifications from this channel? Yeah, that's the one. And without further ado, guys, I will shut up and let you continue listening to this fine podcast. Oh my gosh.
But we've actually been on Back to the Future for...
Okay. Longer?
almost- yeah.
Okay.
For too long.
Too long.
So, that sentence that was said.
No, there was way too much mum sex assault. In
Yeah,
there.
sex assault. We can't really talk about that on a podcast, mate.
We
That
need
whole
to
bit...
scrap this whole plan.
That literally be a whole sensor bar of...
This is a bad plan.
Yeah.
Let's go with the word that you just said as my mind has jumped to. Scrap heap challenge.
Scrap
Scrap
heap challenge.
I need to bring that back.
So, Scrap Heap
100%.
Challenge, I know we have a fair few international listeners, is basically you are given the task of building a contraption, and all you can use is in a scrapyard or a junkyard or wherever you are in the world, like pretty much that's it. And there was stuff they built like trebuchets, boats, and other stuff like that. It was insane. Like mad things they would just build out of
They were
random
given
stuff.
a challenge, weren't they? Like, break this wall down and like,
Yeah.
they build a catapult or some shit to try and, or battering rams. And it was like
Yeah.
two teams or three teams?
Two teams, and you had a guy on a quad bike who would go out and grab shit on a trailer, and that's what I would always say if I ever got on the show. That would be my job. I would drive out, find cool stuff, and then be like, try and put it in the thing. But I'm betting there's rules where they couldn't use the whole of the cars and stuff. They had to use little bits of stuff, didn't they?
I've seen how clumsy you are. I imagine if you took that role on, very soon afterwards, what we get is Lee shouting, boys.
Boys, I've an axle has landed on my leg and it's completely broken it.
I'm underneath a Land Rover.
I'm underneath. I went to try and get some pistons and they've impaled themselves inside me. Yeah. No, but yeah, that Scrappy Challenge is great. Like, probably on YouTube now, there is, like, while we're talking about this, there's some sort of, like, footage popping up of it. Like, it was mad. Like, I'm pretty positive there was one that I saw where they had to get across a canal or down a river at like X amount of yards or whatever, and they had to build, like, hovercrafts or something like that. Something insane. Like, just random stuff out of bits and bobs. Like, what a show.
I can remember when building cannons. No,
The cannons were cool.
Yeah, I remember. It was basically like a weapon from Fallout, just all the junk in like a catapult or like a cannon, and just like, just pray it doesn't explode in front of us.
But you mentioned Robot Wars earlier.
Yes,
and that was different because Robot Wars had the robots had some finesse to them. You know, the engineers.
They look cool.
The Scrap Heap Challenge was literally blokes who like to mess about with cars in their shed.
Yeah, it was kind of like banger racing, weren't it? Like, you had like like Robot Wars was like your nerds who were like passionate about robotics and all this cool stuff, and then Scrap Heap Challenge was like
hammer nerds.
Here's my mate Dave. He like drives rally cars. Here's my mate Steve. He you know, does this on the weekends, and then we're just gonna just bash some stuff together, and it's just hilarious.
So I did say we're going to speak. I'll speak about anything today.
Okay.
But disc golf.
Okay.
However, bloke from Robot Wars. You seen that video I posted?
Yes, it's coming up on the screen on YouTube.
Bloke from Robot Wars.
The BattleBots guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an insane thing. That contraption.
And he likes disc golf, so we built a robot disc golf machine.
With Lazat, it was mad. It was so cool to see.
That can revolutionise the game. But that's where I've other cast. Going back to Scrap Heap Challenge and Robot Wars, there was nothing else like it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't think there ever was. Like, I think there was elements of Scrap Heap Challenge in other shows and stuff like that, but on a more, like, I don't know, serious note, like Survivor and Shipwrecked and stuff like that, where you had to build shelters out of stuff. But it's not oh yeah, here's you got to make a cannon.
Favourite series like that, and it's the one that's talked about all the time on YouTube, so we won't spend too much on time on it. It's the Survivor where they've put the men and women on separate sides of the beach, and the women are like, yeah, we don't need men. And within a day, the women are dehydrated and practically dying. The men have got fish out of water.
Fair. I feel like those shows are always interesting because you've got the people who are like the wannabe survivalists, and then guys who have, or girls who have just basically got a screw loose, and then people who are just like, yeah, I'm bored. I've got like 3 months to do nothing to do in my life. Like, I'll just do it. I'm straight out of university, whatever. And it's just really insane. It's kind of like how you get casting for shows these days, like Big Brother and like Love Island and shit like that. But you never have like those things. It's mad. Like, I absolutely love it. Just be like, can you survive? Have fun. Like.
There's like that Alone one, isn't there now?
Which is Alone.
Like Alaska and wildernesses and stuff. It's like on Discovery Channel. It's genuinely quite interesting.
It's the one that's similar to Naked and Afraid, ain't it?
I guess so.
Have you not seen Naked and Afraid?
Naked and Afraid is pretty hilarious.
So Naked and Afraid, they take like Navy SEALs and Marines and shit, and the other Navy SEAL and Marine buddies like fucking kidnap them, strip them naked, leave them like with a big teddy bear or some random.
So like
object.
a stag do.
Yeah, a stag do gone wrong.
Yeah, then dump them in the middle of the Atlantic or the Arctic or some shit. Like, it's like, yeah, get out of that one, dickhead.
I love it. Like, there's some where it's just two random people, and they're just like, it's Adam and Eve situation. You've got to do this, this, and this to get out, and it's a weird show. It's definitely different. But then there's loads of cool shows when it comes to like Scrap Heap Challenge, just like Forged by Fire. Loved watching that. It's just like bladesmiths make a sword make swords out of random bits of metal.
I think I might remember. Did they cut into like the
carcasses and stuff? It's like your blade. will kill.
Will it kill?
Will it kill? And he would be a great Bond villain, just saying is all. But yeah, that show was mad because you'd have guys who are like, yeah, I've been doing this for 30 years, and they do really good ones. And then you got a guy who's like, yeah, I've been doing it for like 3 months, and he's like got an even better one. Or look,
in my garage for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
right.
or like I think I've watched one where a guy made it like his ideal thing was a zombie cleaver, and he like said, "Oh, I play this video game, and this is what it looks like." And I think it was like he made like a metal sheet machete, like from Dead Island or something, and it was the craziest, sharpest thing anyone's seen. And goes like, "Yeah, that just murders people." Like, and they were just like, "Yeah, make a cleaver," and he's like, "Yeah, I made this zombie blade," and everyone's like, "That's not going to cut anything," and it like decapitated the head clean off. When other guys who had these really nice, polite blades were like, "Yeah, it will kill, but it doesn't do."
I'll
what I
ask
want.
Ben this question this time. To start with, favorite. What reality TV show, past or present, would you want to go on?
Ooh,
That's a good question.
Mine's set in stone.
I'm pretty positive it would be if Ben thinks about it. I think I might know yours, but I don't want to say it.
Let's say yours.
You don't
See
know
if you
mine.
Really?
You don't
It's
know
not what I
mine.
think it is.
Probably fucking not.
Let's say yours.
Takeshi's Castle.
Oh,
Nice.
fair shout. I honestly thought it was going to be Funhouse.
No,
Takeshi's Castle's mad. Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet actually. Takeshi's
The
Castle would be
Jap
good.
version as well.
Japanese version. Yeah, fair. Like, don't bother. Yeah, that'll be it. Right, so
I think I'd like to go on one of the shit ones, but just because they're normally set in really hot countries, so I can just go and sit in the sun for like 3 weeks.
what? Love
Oh,
Island.
Just fucking Love Island.
Love.
But
Ben on Love Island.
But for like the best reasons, just to get a tan.
Ben just goes there. He's like, "Are you there for love?" And he's like, "Of course."
A love of sun.
And the
Right.
sun.
Chelsea and Tom are arguing about whose condom it was in the bin. And Ben is by the pool again with his earphones in.
It's like just goes to Ben all the time. It's like with a girl called Rachel. It's like, "Ben, are you gonna spend any time with me?" And he's just like, "Yep." Yep.
For the last 2 days, Rachel has approached Ben. Ben has still got his earphones in.
Ben has produced his 4th set of earphones so that he does not have to move.
Ben has slept in the same spot for 4 days now. It's a public
Ben's
record.
suitcase is just full of Bluetooth headphones.
Swimming trunks, flip flops, and Bluetooth headphones. That's pretty funny.
Thing is, I've been on holiday with this guy, and both me and him like that kind of like peace and quiet. And
Yeah.
we have just sat there
Fair.
for several hours. The only conversation is, "Gonna buy, do you want one?"
Well, yeah, it's
And that's it.
But it's a typical thing. Like Brits, we do that. The show I'll probably be on, I'll definitely use Crystal Maze. I love Crystal Maze. Crystal Maze is
that's a
cool.
really
Yeah,
good
fair.
show.
I don't know what I'd pick. For
Like,
one
it's
like
either
that.
Crystal Maze or like Finders Keepers. Like, I love Finders Keepers as a kid, but like Crystal Maze, you got a little bit
I've
of
got it.
everything. Oh,
Supermarket Sweep.
oh,
What a show!
bastard! That's
I
a
am
great show.
Fucking pro at bombing around a supermarket. I
Mate.
would clean up in that.
That's a great pick. That's a very good pick.
That's it.
Would you also be going around in Bluetooth headphones?
Yeah, because it makes you go faster.
Oh, mate, that's a good pick. Shit.
You go shopping on your own with your headphones in, you'll smash it.
Yeah, it goes really quick. Yeah. Oh, that's a good pick. Oh, that is a
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a very good pick.
Love Supermarket Sweep.
Yeah, Supermarket Sweep. That's a good pick.
Are you ready to go shopping? Step inside a very special supermarket. The only supermarket in the world that gives you money. £2,000 is waiting on our shelves to be won by some lucky person in this store. The aim of the game is to shop smarter and faster than the next person. And everything in this supermarket is up for grabs. Go on, fill your trolley as high as you can because shopping has never been so much fun. Yes, there's prizes in store and much, much more when you play Supermarket Sweep.
That's
I
fucking
don't know why the
hilarious.
remake wasn't successful.
No Dale Winton.
Yeah, but Ryland was a good choice for a replacement.
But I didn't think it catched the same 90s vibe, did it?
Or another one
It was
that
big
I've
90s.
actually brought up in conversation recently with Rhiannon. Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, Deal or No Deal with the red boxes.
I'd like to have a go on that.
Yeah.
Bit of a pointless game show, though.
Maybe.
I never saw the craze with it, but now I understand it. Now it's gone.
It's back.
Is it back?
No, though.
Oh, Noel's not on it. Who is it now then?
I think his name's Stephen Mulhern.
Okay.
He's no.
Stephen. I love Stephen. He's no Noel.
He's no Noel.
He's no Noel.
He's no Noel.
I do like Stephen, though.
That's
But
a good pick, though. No,
We've been watching that a
deal.
bit. And
It's
I'd
luck,
just be
isn't
like,
it?
That's a good deal. I'd take that deal every time. Like, the minute I thought, yeah, that's all right, I'd be like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, it's luck, isn't it? About having you don't know what's in your
It is
box and everyone else.
literally
It is luck, isn't it? Yeah, it is literally just you could walk away. Is it like £1 million or £500,000?
It's only 100k now.
Oh, they've really gone tight. Okay.
I won't class down the kind of game shows we're talking about. So we're talking about a game show like that. I quite like Anton Deck's Limitless Win.
Fair Limitless Win is good.
See, I think
But
we
the
just
one I would
love.
pick would have to be the one where the fucking stupid coins drop down.
Yep.
Oh, tipping point.
Tipping point.
Yeah, how do I know these? I think Brits, we love a good game show.
I
We
have
love
not
game
watched an
shows.
episode of that where I've not sat and answered pretty much 90% of
The questions, yeah.
They are not hard questions.
No, they're just hilarious.
I'm a big fan of the 2% club, 1% club, or whatever he wants to call himself.
Yep.
What, pointless?
No,
No, 1%
No.
Club.
1% club with Lee Mack.
Oh, I don't even know this
no.
one. What's this one?
Oh, that's really good. Basically,
it?
it's IQ-based questions. And
Oh, shit, I've got a terrible IQ.
You've got 100 people in the audience/contestants,
Right.
and you answer questions on a tablet, I presume they're holding, but they've gone out and asked people in the public, so 100% of people would know the 100% question, so they don't ask that
okay.
question. Like, what does the letter?
It starts on 90%.
Yeah, it
doesn't
starts on 90%.
Oh, okay. And then as the percentage decreases, obviously the harder the question then.
And then
Or
people-
then people
Yeah, but
knowing it.
sometimes it just depends on your own
Oh, okay.
perception, because sometimes the 70% question will just be like, yeah, I don't know.
I know, I think,
It's like,
yeah.
I don't know.
And then you get to the 50% question, you're back in the game.
You're like, I know
No,
that
but
one.
Right.
You're not back in the game because once you're out, you're out. But
Fair. Oh, okay. That's shit. That's annoying.
Yeah, we're watching on TV. There's been times, like Ben said, like that when I'm like the 50,
when you get,
60%
like,
question.
the
I'm
10%
like,
question, you're like, I'm a fucking genius.
Well, what is it?
You were out on the 80% question.
Well, that's
like,
it. We mentioned it on another episode ages ago. Like, we would be like Mastermind. If it was general knowledge and all that other stuff, we probably wouldn't be good. If it was a specialist subject, we'd probably kill it. Like,
yeah, I'm quite good at the old IQ, thinking outside the box kind
Yeah.
of questions, but that's because I just play a lot of that kind of shit on my phone.
fair. Okay. Fair point.
But yeah,
Oh,
deal or no deal.
yeah,
Deal
that's
or no
in.
deal.
That's.
Millionaire. I'd go on that one.
I wouldn't.
Clarkson or
Tarrant.
Tarrant. I like Clarkson. I have a new appreciation for Clarkson.
Get someone in, do some coughing.
Sync-
Walk away with a million.
Synchronized coughing or taps. Like animal noises. That would be it. You'd let that pigeon in here again in the studio.
What else?
Oh.
Yeah, they're good ones.
They're all good. Yeah, they're like, I don't know. I think UK in general. we
Or
just-
there's a music one that used to be on Saturday night, where you're in like pairs and you have to guess the songs.
Guess the songs from like 5 seconds or
me
whatever.
and you would be the fucking bomb.
Me and Rhea are really good at that as well. To be fair, like,
Oh,
because often the ones I don't know, she does know. That's why it seems to work. But yeah, we'd be pretty good at that.
There's
We'd
another one with
crush that.
there's another one with lyrics as well, where they play a song for a lyric and it comes like it's karaoke and you'd sing along and then it would stop and the instrumental will go and you would have to make
Is
sure you
that
get the
not
lyrics
on-
right.
Saturday Night Takeaway.
It might be. That's a really cool little. That used to be like a main show with some guy from EastEnders or whatever, but that was fun.
Best part of Saturday Night Takeaway in history. It's come to an end.
It has.
There's been some ups and downs with it.
That's mainly on the producers.
Can you
part.
remember when there was a giant piggy bank that was full of pound coins?
Yes.
And people had to ride the piggy bank. So the pound coins fell down and you won the amount that you can get to full.
Yeah.
Now that is something I'd really like to do. I don't even care about winning the money. I just want to.
Do you know who would love to ride that pig?
Say
Go
it.
on,
I know
say
you want
it.
to say
David
it.
Cameron loves a bacon sandwich.
He loves a bit of piglet. Yeah.
By that I mean him between two pigs.
Welcome to Intermission.
So the last thing we spoke about
was pigs.
was David Cameron,
It was about that. Yeah, it was about that guy.
who just so happens to be a member of the Tory party.
I was just thinking, how do you move on without discussing politics? Even if you went, the last thing we spoke about was pigs. It's only going to come
It's only
back.
going to be that. Black Mirror did it, didn't they? They did an episode about it, didn't they?
That was well saved. Yeah, they
There you
did.
go. See, Black Mirror, straight, like, we'll go with him.
But how do we move from TV?
I don't know. What else? Well, the TV's a
Dunno.
big part of our lives, though. Between all of us consume a lot of media, like we do.
That's true.
I'm watching too many shows right now.
I don't watch too much TV, but I do watch some. But what I do watch, and I'm a die-hard fan of, is wrestling.
Yes.
Now,
Okay.
Now we're going to do a big old wrestling podcast at some point.
100%.
But something that we'll probably only touch on that podcast, which so I like to touch on it right now
Okay.
because something big's just happened in the wrestling world.
Huge.
No one's quite go huge. You know about the Wyatt Six?
Fuck yeah, it's huge. It's it's the best thing they've done in like a year.
It's huge if you
Somebody's gonna have to film
if
it.
you like goofy wrestling.
Okay, so the whole idea is obviously
You know Bray Wyatt,
Bray
yeah.
Wyatt
Yeah.
passed
he's
away.
No longer with us.
Yeah. His brother had a faction, and I believe it's the animals that were on Bray Wyatt's show, right?
Firefly,
Yeah. So basically, he made like a really messed up like kids TV show with all these things.
I have seen. I
And
know
these,
that.
and now other wrestlers who that you know who they are if they point them out to you have taken on their personas, and basically what they did at the end of Raw was take over Raw, and the camera went behind the stage, and they've laid out producers, wrestlers, and they're all like there in their costumes and whatever, and they come out and they're like, we've arrived. It's absolutely insane. It's so cool.
They've tried to make it look like a horror movie.
Yeah, they made it look like Saw. It's super cool. I fair play to them.
I like goofy wrestling,
Yes.
but not as passionate as you apparently.
I love stupid shit. I just love seeing stupid shit.
But favourite goofy wrestler, whether that's creepy and supernatural or whether that's like actually let's do both. Favourite supernatural wrestler.
Forget her name from AEW. Female wrestler. Thought she was
Abaddon.
No, female. She thought she was an alien. Is it
Chris Statlander.
Chris Statlander? Not just because she's hot, but also the fact that she's a really good wrestler, but she thinks she was an alien at one point or abducted by aliens, and the whole gimmick of like doing symbols and shit I thought was pretty funny.
Walking around bopping people on the nose to say hello. No,
Yeah,
that's great.
It's great. It's like, come on, like you're trying to cut a serious promo and a person comes in and goes, boop. Like, yeah, sure, I'm in. Like,
Neville,
super
favourite
cool.
supernatural wrestler.
Oh shit, I'll take it back. I've got one. I've got another one though.
Well, my guy was super, and he used to say he was natural. So that's where I'm going with supernatural.
I'm lost.
Scott Steiner.
Scott.
Fucking brilliant.
Yes, lad.
You just say it was natural.
Nailed it.
Nailed it, mate. Brilliant.
Fucking brilliant.
Fucking brilliant.
Mathematical
so good.
genius.
It's true. Genius. Literal genius. Fucking hell, Ben. That's so good.
So I think The Undertaker's the obvious choice. But,
That's
Yes.
why I didn't pick him.
but I think Finn Balor.
Oh, okay. Good pick.
The idea about Finn Balor actually means demon or something in Celtic.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't know Celtic. It could be a lie, but apparently it means demon. And no one obviously realised that. And then he's got this other persona that when people piss him off, he turns into the demon.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Favourite goofy wrestler that's not supernatural.
Okay. I'm just going to do an honourable mention because I completely forgot about it. Gangrel was pretty
yeah.
fucking cool. Like, and the whole Brood with Edge and Christian and drinking blood and spitting and shit. That was pretty funny. Stupid wrestler. Funaki. Love Funaki.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Damn.
Funaki's a boy.
I thought you was going to pick someone different, to be fair.
I love Funaki.
So I know you're a big fan of another guy that's a bit of a goofy wrestler.
I love Funaki.
I'll pick someone.
Or actually, to be honest, it's either Funaki or, because I'm from a certain era, I would either say Crash Holly, just because there was.
They just picked the one
They
I
just-
thought you was
Yeah,
gonna
just
go
picked
for.
my other guy.
Because it was literally because of the run of his finisher was the DDT, which obviously was made famous by Jake the Snake Roberts, but crashed because there was a really cool run of like the 24/7 title.
The Funhouse fight.
But it was better because they did a hardcore 24/7, so they would fight anywhere. And then obviously they repeated it recently with the
24/7.
Yeah, and it was
Did he
like
fight? Who was it? Hardcore Holly who fought at the Funhouse or Steve Blackman?
it's
Or
someone
neither of those.
good.
I can't
Blackman.
remember, but Lee's gonna find the clip for that.
Yeah, 100%. Blackman. What a fucking
Lethal
lad.
Weapon, mate.
Lethal Weapon.
I've got a feeling it's
Kendo
Blackman.
sticks.
I think it's Blackman now.
It's going to come up now. There we go. If not, I'm sorry. I couldn't find the clip. But yeah, that like those two are hilarious. Like Funaki just had brilliant comedy timing. Like I went out of my way, like when we first got, what was it, SmackDown 2 on the PlayStation, when it came out on release. I remember me and my best mate, he was like, yeah, all the new wrestlers are on it, who are we going to be? And he was like, he picked someone, I forget. But I remember I was like, I'm being Funaki, and I immediately got squashed immediately. I think we did a ladder match immediately for the title and whatever, because, yeah, SmackDown 2, what a game.
So I think a big
SmackDown 2 is one of those games. Was like the endless season.
Yeah, it just kept going and going.
They
and going.
took that out in some of them, didn't they?
Yeah.
They tried to bring it back with Universe or whatever.
Yeah, it never worked.
And it just wasn't as good.
Ready, camera 5, camera 7, tilt up. Ready, gold green. Stand by. Stand by the lights. Camera 6, pan right. And action. Welcome to SmackDown! Oh my God, this is great! If you we can have a new champion! No! You will step into the ring with the game! This can't happen! I can't believe it! The stakes can't be higher! This isn't big enough! What will happen tonight on SmackDown?
No.
But it was funny because you would randomly pair up with random people sometimes. You'd come out and be like, why the fuck am I coming out with China? Why am I coming out with this person? Where's that come from?
SmackDown 2 was so good.
It was amazing. What a great game. That and No Mercy. What a game.
So my favourite Goofy wrestler, I think an honourable mention has to go out to Orange Cassidy.
Yes.
Because he's fucking brilliant.
A guy who fights with his hands in his pockets.
But my favourite is the Godfather.
You're literally taking all of my wrestlers.
Sorry, Ben, you got to jump in, mate. You got to have to come
The
in.
Godfather spent decades proving he was a bad man, and then decided, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the ring with all my hoes and say, have some hoes and don't beat me up.
And it was
The
so
hoe
funny.
train.
The
The
hoe
hoe
train was his
train.
finisher. But then he also went, was it straight edge with like 2 or 3 other people? I'm trying-
Yeah, no, it was Right to Censor.
Yeah, right to censor.
Yeah,
that
when he
was
had the
super
shirt.
cool. Yeah, they all changed. All the people who were like controversial, they changed them to. I thought that was brilliant. I was like, that's really smart. They all came out in suits and got the shit kicked out of them. It was great. Go on then, Ben, quick, before we mention more really fun wrestlers.
Al Snow.
Oh, Head. Yeah,
Yeah.
we forgot about that.
He was very funny. And as all of my good picks have gone.
But I am surprised you didn't go with one big one.
Go on.
Turn it up.
Yeah, but
Everyone knows he's a Sky Too Hotty fan.
But I just rate them as like great wrestlers, so I didn't even put them into the goofy
They're
category.
not even goofy to
No.
do.
Too cool
They are
was way
the
too cool.
definition of wrestling for me.
Yep. I think that was actually like was it Rashiki? Was it? Rikishi even, sorry, yeah.
Rikishi, Scotty Tuati, and Grandmaster Sexy.
Oh yeah, they are the Dons.
The Dons. And it was crazy when they were like, oh yeah, we're too cool. Then all of a sudden it was like, oh yeah, Rikishi ran over Stone Cold. Sorry kids, spoilers. But also like,
I did it for The Rock.
I did it for The Rock. You're like, what the heck? This just came out of nowhere. And it was like, they're breaking up too cool.
But it wasn't him.
No, it wasn't. But
It was me, Austin. It was me all along. Good old Vinnie Mac.
Vinnie Mac.
There's going to be plenty of memes out there in the future of
Fucking-
it was me
It
all
was
along.
me all along.
Never forget Do-Rag Vince McMahon.
Do-rag Vince McMahon. It's just-
Or him using the N-word to John Cena.
That was brilliant. I do have to admit that
Quick,
was
somebody
probably
say a sentence before we have to use that word.
yeah. Speaking of John Cena, going back to his original, not his
Speaking
second
of nuggets. Hi, really
Hi.
like them from McDonald's.
Yeah, let's do 10 minutes on chicken nuggets.
Chicken
Woo!
nuggets.
So
Like
what do you say the best wrestling game is?
that.
SmackDown 2.
SmackDown 2. Because the thing is, I would say No Mercy, but because of the this is
Or
going
the
to
one
sound
that we played.
this is going to sound really nerdy, but because the cartridge didn't have enough memory power, your career would get corrupt on No Mercy. So at a certain point, it would just you wouldn't be able to finish it.
The one that
And
we
it was
played
endless.
pretty good.
Endless on
Yeah,
SmackDown.
I can't remember if it was 12 or 13.
Because that had
2K or W?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because that had similar SmackDown 2 story kind of
Elements to
vibes,
it.
didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I really hate. I like the look of the latest SmackDown game. The 2K game looks incredible, but the problem is it's like now looks like if we ever like bring up Madden, like the simplicity of Madden and the simplicity of wrestling games was like you press buttons and they do it. But now it's like you've got this and you've got to time this, you've got to time that, and it's just like
You'll enjoy the AEW one.
really.
Yeah.
It's on my to playlist because it's on the download thing for my PlayStation. So
Yeah, make sure you do because it's proper like No Mercy.
yes,
No,
I'm in.
I prefer the 2K games where there's a bit more strategy. You can do a bit more creativity.
Yeah.
And that's why I'd probably say 2K19
Okay.
because yes, it misses that story element.
But
And
its overall gameplay was good then, I
And
guess.
the creativity, that you can create your own universe.
Was that when they introduced GM mode then as well? Or was that another earlier one? Because
I
you could
think
make...
it may have been 18 for GM
Yeah, because
mode.
GMO was you could create your own shows, couldn't you?
Oh,
You
yeah,
basically
so
ran
with
your
the
own brand and
19,
whatever.
you create your own shows, you run your own brand, and then you can play their matches. And
And you create your own, like, your whole thing.
Yeah,
don't
your
you?
whole
Pay-per-views,
beefs,
everything.
Yeah.
Reviews and what
Sick.
the barricades.
I don't know
look
if you know
like
this.
and, yeah, it's
I don't
mad.
know if you know this, but there is a collection of YouTubers,
Yeah, you've told me about
Blood
this.
Bowl YouTubers,
Okay.
that have created wrestlers
Okay.
within this game, and they've created their whole, like,
Oh, good sound.
the whole, like a universe,
Okay.
like the whole pay-per-view, the whole, like,
Right.
promotion, essentially.
And they play it on a wrestling
And they
game.
let them AI fight each other and commentate it.
That's hilarious. I love that. That's amazing. Because you would do that. Because that's what you'd used to do with Royal Rumbles as well. Royal Rumbles, you used to create your own fighters and be like, so-and-so's going to fight this. And like we obviously made the stupid ones. Like we had like Spider-Man. We had all like Marvel characters go in and like fight wrestlers. Never won a Royal Rumble. Always won by Triple H for some weird reason or Undertaker.
But this is where Shadow of War, the orc battling.
Yep.
Oh.
Welcome to the online fight pits, where you can train your followers by battling them against the orcs and O-logs of other players around the world.
Practice time is over.
This is the reigning champ. He's risen through another player's army, gaining new skills and stats with each pit victory.
You lose.
He's bloody. He's hungry. From the Slaughter tribe, Arthur the Merciless. And here's your challenger. You brought him to the pits to sharpen his skills and snuff out the other players off for good. From the outlaw tribe, Orc the Destroyer. Who will survive and grow stronger? Find out in the biggest, baddest online fight pits.
If that was a little bit better as far as it was great for the single player bit, but it was better on the PvP side of things. Me and you can invest some real time into that.
If they'd have put some sort of, yeah.
You should
Because
literally
all
have
it
your
was
orc
just
pay-per-view.
go after each other's orcs, weren't it?
Yeah.
Or like fight in the pits, but you couldn't arrange fights.
Yeah.
No.
If you could like do a 5v5 thing, 5-a-side orc fight,
Yeah.
that'd be pretty good.
Oh, those games are good. That's the one thing we mentioned it, didn't we? It's like it's a bit of a kick in the dick that the Nemesis system is signed up to. What was it? WB Games, and it's not.
It's just die. It's not being used for anything in ages.
And we were saying so many cool games, like you could imagine a Punisher game, a Batman game with like criminals that kill you and whatever, and just make it. Oh, it'd be so good. But
Yeah, but they're making a Wonder Woman game.
I know, but it's Wonder Woman. Like it could be good. Could
be amazing.
It's true. I'm not the biggest Wonder Woman fan, but then again, you know,
Her skill set fits.
They're doing
well
the last
with what
Ronin,
they do.
aren't they, as well?
Yeah.
yeah, Ronin would be pretty sweet.
The last Ronin
Turtles game.
game.
What?
Yeah, did you not know that?
No, I'm well excited for that
You know
because
that
that comic is
You know
sick.
that storyline, don't you?
Yeah, I know the storyline. Yeah,
Yeah, they're doing that as a game.
that's fucking cool. guys, if you're listening, read that fucking series. It's amazing.
I'll tell you what we didn't talk to you about.
What?
The disc golf tournament in October at Mount Mowbray.
Right.
Turtles.
Yes.
Fair.
Yes, yeah, but our costumes, yeah. Sorry, we're going as turtles. Heads up.
And also digression into disc golf.
Disc golf, as always.
I can't help it. My brain just needs to...
It always happens a little bit.
I mean, women think that men think about sex every lot so often, but my brain, nah.
Disc golf. And our fancy dress Halloween outfits.
Mine's wearing my Bluetooth headphones.
And Rachel, stop talking to me. Back on Love Island. Oh, mate, I'd tune in if you got onto Love Island, Ben. I would. Like, it's boobs and betrayal, isn't it, really? That's what
I'm not
Love
interested in
Island's
any of that. I'm happy
I
with
know, but
what
it'll be so funny for you to be on Love Island, though. To be honest, out of our friends group, who would it be? Who would? Yeah,
the
you are a
best
good
person I'd like to see on Love Island is Ben Glacier.
Yes, Glacier on that would be amazing.
I don't know, Alger would be pretty funny.
Alger would be pretty great, but Ben Glacier is the opposite of Love Island.
Let's put him in there and see what
It's
happens.
9 o'clock on Saturday morning, and Ben Glacier drinking his 10th pint.
We love you, Ben. Mate, it's true, though. That would be so funny, actually. Oh, God. That's television. That would be television.
Ben is in his pants eating crisps.
Susan wants some attention, and he's enjoying more of his Walker's crisps. Mate, amazing. Oh, what a terrible show fucking Love Island is. Jesus.
Yeah, let's stick with that. What a fucking terrible show
It's
it is.
terrible
Like
show.
I said, the only reason I'd go on there is for the sunshine.
It's boobs and betrayal.
But when you pick Total Wipeout, because then you just get to go and fall into a pool, spend the rest of the weekend in Spain.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
That's you can't
If
argue
I could
that.
somehow get onto I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here, and then get kicked out and get to stay in a 5-star hotel for the remainder of the show, that's the goal.
But then again, you're in Australia, so you'd be living life anyway. You'd be like
but a
down
5-star
under,
hotel in Australia.
Yeah, fair.
Mate, if they're going to pay me that much money, I would go on there and try and win.
Fair.
There's nothing I won't eat.
Fair.
Would you? Would you try and eat half the shit they put on that show?
Yeah, it's meat.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but like blended dog dicks and that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not nice when you think about it.
Yeah, you go like,
Oh.
Dan's drinking another dog dick smoothie
It's
this
just-
morning.
Just meat. I've eaten all sorts of weird shit.
Probably.
But have you ever drank meat?
I mean, I wanted to.
Because I imagine that's pretty bad. Like,
Fair.
I don't know. Like a meaty milkshake might actually be good.
Because I
yeah,
had,
but the milkshake consists of meat.
Depends on what the meat is.
yeah, I
Dog
had
dick. It's a dog dick milkshake.
Yeah, but if it's like tastes like lamb, it'd be good.
I've had balut in Philippines, and I
The
threw that
problem
up,
is-
and that's a unfermented egg. That's
No,
that
I'm
was,
not eating that shit.
Yeah, I know, but that's like
Problem
kind of the
is,
shit you'd eat
right?
on it.
What happens if you come back for a taste with dog dick milkshakes?
Exactly.
Imagine that. Be like, damn, what do you fancy? Oh, I really could go for a milkshake now, but it's not my favourite flavour. I like this format. I like Hot Shots. Just random topics we always seem to talk about. Just random shit. I love it. It's good.
Stuff we won't make a whole cast about.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, I've enjoyed myself.
Yeah. But the next cast for Digression Session
Yes,
is the end of season 1,
it is.
and we're going to review the first.
All of my
8.
comments in the last 9 episodes.
We're going to string them together and see how fast he loses his job.
Yeah, it's true.
We're going to talk about the first 8 casts. We're going to revisit Gladiators, Simpsons.
I love it. I feel
Movies,
we've had some
music.
solid good casts,
And
like really good casts.
Yeah, we're just going to go back, have a revisit, because obviously since the beauty about doing these casts is we did a lot of research for Simpsons, for example.
Yeah, we did.
That was a big one.
And recently I was watching, I think season 10, and it's got so many good episodes on. And
We missed a few.
and we missed a fair chunk. So it's worth us going back, revisiting. So
Oh, 100%.
So join us next time for a nice little catch
Se-
up and a
season finale overview of season 1 of our cast. Yeah,
Indeed.
indeed. Leave it on that note. Goodbye. Have a good one.
Ciao.
Ciao.